after all, is the justice official overseeing that Russia investigation.
Mr. Rosenstein.
Tonight, he's still in his job.
Morning, Mr. Rosenstein. Does anyone ask you to resign?
But Donald Trump's Deputy Attorney General is surely wondering how much longer can it last in an ever-escalating crisis that's gripped the Trump White House almost from the outset. Rosenstein's a key player in the Russia investigation, something Trump derides as a political witch hunt. Bob Mueller, who leads the investigation, answers to Rosenstein, who in turn has firmly stood by Mueller throughout.
Have you seen any evidence of good cause for firing of Special Counsel Mueller?
No, I have not.
But last week, the New York Times dropped a stunner, reporting that Rosenstein once proposed secretly recording Trump in the White House, building a case to have him removed from office, something Rosenstein denies.
I'm meeting with Rod Rosenstein on Thursday when I get back from all of these meetings.
Today, Trump ended speculation he was about to fire Rosenstein or that he'd already accepted his resignation, saying the two had an extended phone conversation today and they'll sit down face-to-face later this week.
And we'll be determining what's going on. We want to have transparency, we want to have openness, and I look forward to meeting with Rod at that time.
What Trump does next represents a high-stakes quandary. Replacing Rosenstein with someone who in turn would get rid of Mueller may seem appealing, but the optics, with those midterm elections looming, could be disastrous. Democrats say it suggests obstruction of justice. Even some Republicans advise, don't even go there.
Well, I think if he did something like that, it would cause a furor that I don't think we need right now.
Tonight, other lawmakers are underlining that. A Democratic senator suggesting even the threat of Trump getting rid of Rosenstein amounts to bullying Bob Mueller, and it represents a direct threat to U.S. democracy. The senator then called on Republicans to stand up to Trump and push back. Adrian.
Okay, Paul, clearly a fair amount of palace intrigue going on here. What have we learned about what was happening behind the scenes?
That confusion and uncertainty hung over all of it all weekend. The New York Times tonight reports that when Rosenstein went to the White House for meetings today, he was certain he was set to be fired the minute he walked in the door, so much so that his aides were even writing up a press release. And, says the Times, that was after a weekend of back and forths between Rosenstein and the White House, in which the White House was evidently trying to figure out whether Rosenstein was even legally allowed to resign if the president wasn't there in person. No one seemed to know. And keep in mind, all of that was happening just as those new allegations about Brett Kavanaugh were starting to come out. Short answer, chaos reigned in that place.
Okay, it's getting a little hard to keep up with the drama. The CBC's Paul Hunter in Washington.